Xiao Long versus, or is it Long Xiao? Um, versus Su Yang Yu. This one is very, very, very tricky. Um, anyway, Xiao Long has a 5-inch reach advantage, which is kind of crazy. Especially in the bantamweight division, to have a 5-inch reach advantage is kind of crazy in my opinion. But yeah, Xiao Long has a 5-inch reach advantage. FJ Super, I agree. It's honestly a coin flip fight. Could go either way. Even though I'm picking Su Yang Yu, to be honest, I feel like Xiao Long has a massive shot at winning this fight. This card is full of a lot of good underdogs. If you've seen, by the way, the upset predictions are out right now. Um, I think if you want to see the underdogs that I feel pretty confident about, I think Xiao Long is one of those underdogs. I think he's an underdog, right? Not mistaken. I think Xiao Long is one of the best ones. He probably might get this one done. Um, so let me respond to FJ's Hooper. Grappling scramble should be wild, but I think Su Young is better on the ground. Yeah, I'll get to that. Um, Potentially, FJ's Hooper, however, Xiao Long can scrap it out on the feet. I agree. Yeah, I do agree. I think he is a little bit better, but I think that's why we include the reach advantage. A 5-inch reach advantage is very interesting because even when you look at people like Kevin Holland, he might not be the best fighter, but even in fights that he should technically be losing, he somehow finds a way to win because so he's able to get in and out of the pocket while causing damage and not absorbing that much damage. That's why Kevin Holland normally is pretty hit and miss depending who he's fighting. Because normally he has a reach advantage and he knows how to use it a lot of the time. Especially if it's not if it's fight. That's why he does so well at bantamweight, at welterweight, because the guys have a shorter reach than he does, and on top of that, he's able to telegraph takedowns a little bit better at welterweight because the guys are not as big or have that much of a reach as he does. And obviously, he's a little bit stronger there. So I feel like this is going to play a very massive role. I think that's why Xiao Long, Shoshat McGee, you and F Chase Hooper, I feel like you guys are live near each other. Why is it when he comes onto the stream, you also come onto the stream? The both of you haven't been on the stream for the entire week until today. Like, and then both of you decide to both of you decide to join the stream. I thought you were taking a break at some point. Anyway, we'll have a conversation. Let me try to break this fight down a little bit quickly, and then we'll talk a little bit. You guys haven't been on the stream for a while. So what do you call him? Xiao Long. This fight will probably go to a decision. In all honesty, both of them are not particularly good at finishing fights. Xiao Long has a 52% finishing rate, and Su Yang Yu has a 53% finishing rate. So it's probably going to be a decision. Xiao Long has a massive output. So F Chase Hooper, I honestly agree with you. Defensively, though, Su Yang Yu is a little bit better. Not a little bit better, significantly better. But it's probably because of the grappling that he has. Even though defensively, I don't think he's that good. I mean, in all honesty, Xiao Long is a little bit better on the ground. Not on the ground. Sorry, let me correct myself. Defensively, I think Xiao Long is a little bit better. But normally, people who are good offensively like to neglect their wrestling defense, and that's why people like Hamza Chimaev are so special because even though he's good offensively, he is also exceptional defensively. So even though I do feel like Su Yang Yu is going to be miles better on the ground, I think the wrestling is good. I think the jiu-jitsu is decent. So I think even his entries with the takedowns, I think are pretty decent. So I think F Chase Hooper, I generally do agree with your analysis that Xiao Long will probably be a little bit better on the feet, and Su Yang Yu will probably be a lot better on the ground. And your analysis also of the scrambles, I agree with that. His defense, his defensive wrestling is pretty decent. So I generally do agree that he might be able to cause problems. Hopefully, Su Yang Yu doesn't get I don't know, despondent after maybe struggling to take him down. Of which I don't think it's going to be that difficult. It might be a little bit hard, but I think Su Yang Yu is pretty good. Like I said, I think his takedown entries are pretty decent. So I think he's going to be able to, at the very least, take him down at least once in the fight. Um, but yeah, if it stays standing, I think what do you call him? Zhao Long might win through points. I think he will be able to outpoint him. He's the busier fighter on the feet. So if Su Yang Yu is forced to stand, I think he's going to lose through points. He's going to lose the decision. Obviously, so basically, as based on my analysis, is basically the classic striker versus grappler. Even though both of them are pretty well-rounded in this particular situation, one is good on the feet, the other one is better on the ground. So it just comes down to whose game is going to be effective, and we will be able to know that early in the fight. But to what do you call him? And both of them are pretty strong in certain areas. So defensively on the feet, Su Yang Yu is better, right? Xiao Long is horrible defensively. He gets hit a lot. But when you go to the grappling, Xiao Long is better. Like he's able to avoid getting taken down, even though he is take downable. I don't know if that's even a word, but there is a way you can take him down. He's not very easy to take down, right? So both of them have strong points in areas that the other one is good at. So on the feet, Zhao Long is better, but defensively, Su Yang Yu is better. On the ground, better, but defensively, Zhao Long is better. So yeah, F Chase Hooper 100%. This is honestly a coin flip. Could go either way. Comes down to who's going to be more prepared. But yeah, my subscribers and I are going with Su Yang Yu. But I wouldn't be surprised if Zhao Long gets this one done. Let me reply to you guys. FJ's Hooper probably is okay. I read this one. Short McGee, long for the W. Shout out, man. I mean that's possible. I'm not even going to dispute that. FJ's Hooper agreed, but it's close. Oh, so FJ's Hooper, you're also going with Xiao Long. Short McGee, Long the Asian Holloway. Long via Asian aura. Come on, man. I need this Su Yang Yu to win this one. FJ Super. I honestly rate his debut against Chen Ho Lee. I also was honestly surprised because I can't remember, but I think didn't I pick Chen Ho Lee? I'm not sure. I'm not sure who I picked in that particular fight, but it was honestly impressive. FJ Hooper, he could have won that somehow. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I'm sure Shot McGee. And Lee is so good, and he goes him. Yeah. F. Chase Hooper. Lee couldn't get any of his grappling going. Xiao stuffed all his takedowns. Yeah, 100%. That was. I think I went long. Yeah, I think I went long. I had that much faith, a bit of faith in him. Let me not say that much faith in him. I'm sure Shot McGee. We locked in Carl on sauce. Shot McGee. Xiao on that the China science juice and man, they got a beef with Korea. The judges will not let Korea win. Don't say that, especially because this is probably going to go to a decision. Shoshot McGee, Long is more dangerous, but you is more technical. Interesting. I agree. I think you and F Chase Hooper. I generally do think it might like it's kind of crazy for me that I have to refer to you as F Chase Hooper. But I mean, it is what it is. That's your name now, so I have to respect that. Anyway, but I do agree with you. I'm sure Shot McGee as far as technique goes. Um, but technically, yeah, I think you is a little bit better. But I think essentially Long is more effective on the feet and you is more effective on the ground. But both of them are pretty good defensively at the place that the other one is good at offensively. So it's going to be a very, very difficult fight to actually call. It could go either way. Max Turner, are you high? Yeah, I smoked like 50 blunt. I'm not high, dude. Like, why would I do predictions while I was high? I mean, maybe some do. Anyway, let me go to the last fight for this particular card, and then I'll see. Of course, Joshua McGee, you would say that. I think I'm going to go to the last fight, which is Yuran Setiboldia versus Daira Nergrzej. And then I'll see you for the watch along, guys. Don't forget. Join the watch alongs. Or no more predictions. Or no more predictions. Anyway, um, George McGee on live. FJ Super. Xiao has 13 submissions. Interestingly enough. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't look at submissions. Uh, I don't give them too much weight because to me, submissions it just means you're good at jujitsu and you just fought a couple of guys who are not that great at wrestling. I feel like today that's what jujitsu means to me. It's like, especially when it comes to Long, because I don't feel like Long is that good at wrestling. He might have jujitsu, but he's not like a good wrestler. Um, Decent scrambles, or maybe I'm judging him harshly. Maybe so far the fights that I've seen him in, maybe he's been fighting people who are good. I don't know, man. I just don't feel like Long is that great, especially offensively at wrestling. Maybe submission wise, cool, I can give him that, but I mean wrestling wise, I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I haven't seen him against the right opponents. But so far, what I've seen doesn't tell me he's that great at wrestling. Jiu-jitsu, for me, I don't rate it as much. Unless you're fighting someone who doesn't know how to defend themselves, that's when you're going to have success. And in the UFC, it feels like jiu-jitsu is not going to work if it's not combined with wrestling. Max Turner, FJ Super, why do all these Asian dudes sub can I don't know. I don't know, man. I think it's the culture. Who knows? Rajat McGee, Long has good scrambles. That's how he gets out subs. Yeah, I think scrambles, but I mean, you can only scramble against someone who doesn't have a solid wrestling base. Um, that's why in my analysis, I always say I'm never going to have confidence in someone who's not good defensively at wrestling because scrambles are essentially someone's defense game being open, and that's how you scramble. Unless if you are looking at high level fighters who have solid defense and still find ways to get out of those positions. Like for example, the scrambles between Islam Mahashev and Aman Sarukian. That was an exceptional fight. Movza Evloev versus Aljamain Sterling. Exceptional fight. Um, Aman Sarukian versus Mateus Gamron. Exceptional fight. Um, I don't know about Diego Lopez versus Movza Evloev because I feel like was the better wrestler. But I feel like scrambles to me, they mean different things. If someone is good at scrambling, it means their opponent has holes in their defense. So that's why for me, if you are bad defensively, it's hard for me to have confidence in your ability to succeed on the ground. And that's why even when someone is good offensively at wrestling, it's I still get concerned if their defense is not that great. So in this particular situation, I'm a little bit worried. I'm not gonna lie to you because, like I said, I feel like you is not necessarily that great defensively, but he is good offensively, which opens up opportunities for scrambles, and that's something I don't like. But that's essentially for me. That's what scrambles are. It just means the other guy is not good defensively. Otherwise, there wouldn't even be scrambles. Like for example, the Hamza Chimaev fight, he shut down any scrambles because he's good defensively. He knows how to make sure that he's not reversed. Scrambles just means you are either going to get up or you are going to reverse. And I don't think if someone is good defensively, they are going to allow you to scramble. Like they're going to control you throughout the entire fight. So honestly, in all honesty, I feel like you is the kind of guy to scramble with, and Xiao Long is good with scrambles, and like I said, Xiao Long is actually good defensively, which worries me because normally the guys who are good defensive, but Long is not good even offensively. He might be good at scrambles, but he's not even good offensively. But I mean, that's why this fight is a little bit hard to call, man. It's really hard to call. But yeah, for me, it's honestly a coin flip. Either of them could win. I just went with the wrestler because I felt like the defense on the feet might give him an advantage, and as the fight goes long, he probably might be able to take the fight to the ground, probably even early. I mean, I think Zhao Long is a little bit not easier to take down. He's pretty decent defensively, but I think he is open to takedowns. So yeah, but this is a very even fight to be honest. Um, F Chase Hooper, these Asian motherfuckers already are like 49 and 17 at age 22. Or some shit. They doing it different over there. No, I'm like KJJ versus fight. Same with Brazilian. Wow. Wow. MJ's Hooper, but then Asakura motherfucker screwed me last week. So they must still not be good enough. Sean Mickey, yeah, I feel you guys are the these predictions are so long. Like throughout the week they've been like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then you guys join and it's at 18 minutes. FJ Super, how do you come from the land of jiu-jitsu and not know jiu-jitsu? Hey guys, I have to go break down the last fight. If you want to join me, let's go to that fight. I love and appreciate all of you. Until then, deuces. Jean McGee, they put a bee in front of it and cooked them. The wrestling took over. Yeah. Wrestling at this point is the best base for MMA. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think wrestling is probably the best base for MMA. Um, Even if you are good, like for example, Israel Adesanya might come in, get a good takedown defense, but man, I think wrestling, people like at this point who beats Hamza. Maybe Anthony Hernandez, and even then, I mean, it's not. I don't feel that confident. So wrestling is very important if you want to become an MMA fighter. So I think until other people learn that, including Drakers and his coach, because for some reason they're like, no, you can't beat my guy with one style. He did. Um, yeah, Sambo is actually obviously, in my opinion, the best because it combines, I think, both striking, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu. If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I think it combines striking, wrestling, and jiu-jitsu. So that mixture produces the best athletes, in my opinion. knowing one thing, being a specialist, I think rather be a sambo fighter because then it forces you to be good at everything. Purely just saying I'm going to be a wrestler or I'm going to be what do you call it, a jiu-jitsu guy or a striker, I don't think it's gonna work in today's MMA. Anyway, guys, let me go to the next fight. I'll see you there. Oh, it also has judo in it too. Yeah, it has a mixture of different martial arts. Um, I think Bruce Lee once famously said, "The best fighter is not the boxer or the judo man or the striker. It's the guy who can adapt his skills to any type of a fight." I can't remember the specific word, but it was Bruce Lee, and it only makes sense that he inspired MMA, or he placed, or rather, the foundation of it is on the back of Bruce Lee. So I fully agree. I feel like Sambo basically combines everything and allows you to fight wherever it goes. And that's why guys from that particular region are so good. Um, Shoshot McGee, it's MMA in a gi, yeah. Shoshot McGee, be like water. One of the most iconic, one of the most iconic phrases in mixed martial arts. That's what Lee said. Yeah, be like water. There are specific words. I think I quoted them on my list of the greatest fighters of all time. I think Lee is number two on that list, and I actually have the words that he said. It's somewhere on the channel. I think if you go to the homepage of the channel, I think it's number two, at the bottom. The greatest fighters of all time. I quoted Bruce Lee in those particular words, and those were the foundation of that. That was the foundation of MMA. Once I get my streaming gear, we're going to have so many incredible conversations. Anyway, guys, let's go to the um Shoshot McGee. That's what Lee said. Oh, it's in a movie too. Yeah. That's one of the my most favorite martial artists of all time, man. I love Bruce Lee, man. His methodology, his way of fighting, and obviously there are people who are going to say, nah, he wouldn't be able to survive in today's mixed martial arts. I mean, if you look at the guy's philosophy, you never know, man. He was so fast and so good. Maybe you can say cameras were not the what shutter speed. Is it shutter speed? Maybe it's like me throwing a punch on screen. It looks like I'm fast, but like if you increase the frames, I'm going to look normal when I'm throwing a punch. But still, I think Bruce Lee was one of the best. Anyway, let me stop talking about Bruce Lee and go to the last fight. I'll see you guys on the next. Or rather, I'm going to go to the last fight for today. Let's go there. Love and appreciate all of you. Deuces.